Hi, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club, or welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. We ended off on the poems. We're doing the poems for the second poems. So yeah, we're gonna do 2 more meeting days or whatever, and then we'll call it there. Yeah. Why can you see my cursor? Yeah, that's fine. I'll just have it be there. Yeah. Let's get into it. So 2. Or, yeah, 2. This is Say Worry. Shit. Fuck. So Sayori is like just like emotional stuff in general. Like happy and sad. And also just like her personality in general. She's kind of a lot of shit. She kind of makes it hard. Hurt? Okay. Yeah, so she's like happy and sad stuff. A lot easier when it's happy stuff though, obviously. Shit. That should be correct. If it's not correct, then we can always go back. Alright, this is Mitsuki. So she's cute things. Okay. Which is pretty easy. Very easy. Yeah, so last episode, nothing weird happened. I checked the files. There's nothing there. Nothing new anyway. I'll check again as we continue on. Like, I was told there's something unusual. The only unusual thing I saw is that they're, like, character files, which I've never seen in a game before. But, I guess I could just be an idiot. I'm guessing it's some sort of artifact from all of these visual novels, I think, are made in, like, a certain engine that just kind of makes them, like, interactive documents, basically, is what they are. Oh, one was just cute, wasn't it? Is kawaii cute in Japanese? I think it is. There's not one for Monica, which I think is weird. Why are you death? And that really pisses me off. You're really... Okay, not good. Here, I actually want to try that again. I feel like that could be eerie. Why are you whisper? Fuck. Fuck. You really piss me off, Sayori. Okay. That's better. No. Okay. Save. And we're gonna load this one. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Stolder. Yo, Scary. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hee hee. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. You're not a very nice dude, bro. You're kind of an asshole. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Nah, no thanks. Huh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we look at your purse, Sayori? Why is that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Siri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. You really actually can. I mean, there's kind of a barrier here. I don't know if you notice that. Dude, this is really annoying me. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know if that you see that. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Or are you a fucking philosopher? Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Stalder to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after playing a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. What are these fucking words? Maybe I'm just stupid, but some of these seem a bit too complicated. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of us, isn't there? Hehehe. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. I sound like one of those people who calls themselves a dog parent. I hate that. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come in if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Hehehe. Pwop. I did not like that. I apologize for that. I didn't like reading that. Kya. I don't know how to read those. I'm not really immersed in the onomatopoeia or expletive noises. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... Huh? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Hahaha. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Hahaha. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jesus, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Hehehe. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. I'm not doing the onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. I can't bring myself to do it. Not yet. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard her. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Hey, don't put me in that group, buddy. I'm beautiful. If I was an anime girl, bro, I'd be better than all of you. And that's when I want the cursor to show up. God damn it. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Alright, yeah, glance at me. She say, what do you want of that? Don't nut on your butt. Nut on your butt. Why do all of you have normal posture except Yuri? I wonder why. Never mind that. What helped you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. You didn't notice that everyone fucking left? That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring yeah, exactly. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. You're a real multi-trick pony. Like, this fucking... It really bothers me. I don't know why. I know it's like the gooner art, but it's like... This posture just fucking pisses me off. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. Oh, that sounds cool. Sayori and my name kind of blend in. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Stalder. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share one, so I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. Alright, good. This one didn't mess up. Stalder. Sayori suddenly comes to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up? Me and Monica, we're gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, some markers, and glue sticks. Oh, I see. Yeah, sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Stalder to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. What? I thought she had to get the supplies and I was going with her. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Stalder? Yeah, let's go. See, I'm like a nonchalant kid. Oh, shit. Oh. I keep getting nervous. Suri and I exit the clubroom. I thought for a second my recording had the screen way off the, recording, and I was... And just because my recording stuff is underneath the window. I follow behind as Sarah hums and skips around the hallway. Sorry I keep going into the history menu, Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sari finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance. Of a kind. Well, she just fucking said, dumbass. Poetry. Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Stalder, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. Did I say that out loud? I don't think I thought that only if my thing was out, then I said it out loud. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. I probably should have added a bit more emotion to that. Like that. Sayori. How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Haha, don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sari spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Stalder, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, huh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us entered the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kinda dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack! Yeah! There. What noise even is that? Suri bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Suri clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Alright, come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the wrist and pull her out of the closet. Buddy. My character, bro, he has to be the worst dude ever. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Alright, game. I see what you do here, buddy. Suri slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. How do you bump into a shelf that hard? Also, game. This fucking game, buddy. What is this art, buddy? A bump is starting to form as well. Yeah, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Stall there. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sari makes a silly joke. There's no way it hurts that fucking badly. How do you smack your head that hard on a shelf? You'd have to get a bump, too. Like, you'd have to be a masterclass dumbass. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sari on the shoulders and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know Sari likes apple juice, so I purchase that one. You don't think after she uses it as an ice pack, she'll drink it? You fucking dipshit. My character, he has to be the stupidest and weirdest and douchiest, incellist piece of shit out there. I don't really like this guy. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sari here. I hand Sari a bottle of apple juice. Sorry. It's nice and cold. I'm trying to do the girl voices. I can't, I thought maybe it'll add to the atmosphere of the game. It probably just sounds stupid recorded. I can't tell. It just sounds like me. With a lighter voice. So they all just sound like me. And they all probably sound the same, but, that's the best I can do. Sari opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Who's texting me? I'm sorry. Stop texting me. Prick. Sir, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sari places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, though, so that's good. Hey, Stalder. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Eh? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fall behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quickly as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it wasn't really your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games, I didn't pay enough attention to you. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like if someone ever asked me if I remember like an experience I had with them, like whether or not it's like that weird like uncle or aunt that you talk to once a year, or you know, like a friend you're talking to that you knew from elementary school on like an Xbox party that they join randomly, I always just say I remember. You know, I'd feel bad if I just said, nah, I don't remember. You're not important enough for me to remember. Fuck you. So that's what I do anyway. Maybe people are different than me, though. I assume they are. Unless you're all like a bunch of clones of me. That'd be pretty weird. Bunch of weird little bald people around. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I weren't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Stalder, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Stalder, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? I'm honest to myself. There's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. What kind of colleges are in Japan? I feel like I've never heard of, like Like other places I have, like in Europe, like Oxford, Cambridge. Yeah, no, that's about it actually. Well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Siri has a whimsical expression in her eyes. Remains silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Yeah, good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Siri hops to her feet. You know, after coming from a game like Undertale, which has fucking insane music, it's kind of weird that this game also has decent-ish music. Not as good, but it makes the mood. Ah, she clenches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Siri to the classroom. Siri plays with the banks to try to hide the bomb, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing, I was just about to ready to share our poems. Excuse me. Siri, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry. I was playing with the crayons and spiked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Huh? Siri frantically glances around herself. I forgot all this stuff. Calm down, Siri. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Stalder. Not much fucking work with grabbing shit. Well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made an adventure. Yeah. That. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to show your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon back is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Why is there a skip on this? I don't get it. Okay, save, 2, 3, load. This should be Natsuki. You know, I don't know how these games are made, but I really wish I didn't have to wait even through the fast forwarding. Maybe I'm just impatient as hell. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectingly. Yeah. Don't worry, I kept my promise. I pulled the first volume of Perfect Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands and quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found Monica? Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Huh? I peer inside. All Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in the closet. So I had to move some stuff around to clean up a little bit. It's all still there, I just had to reorganize it a bit. Ugh. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving all these back down. There's plenty of room on the shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki, there's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool hanging on the wall. Why don't you grab it for her? Because it said she was short, right? I'm presuming you're taller than her. Why don't you just grab it? You know, if this guy represents me, you know, I'm almost like 6'2", so why can't I just grab it? If this is me. Exactly. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Oh. I forgot she's like that. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops into the stool, which ends up being a little bit wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn, as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Kia! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Oh. Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki's a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you're able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have the desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls. Well, you can lock the wheels, can't you? But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Ush. I don't know what that noise is supposed to be. Natsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Game. How did I know this was going to appear? Aha, there we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Oh, the chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can we at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Oh no. Gah. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Hup. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, Stalder. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not, I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki. Kia. The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the books go flying. I got you. Crash. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. How? She weighs like 90 pounds. My guy, not only is he a loser, kind of an asshole and douchebag, that he's just clueless and just a weakling. Hate this dude. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight into my chest. Ugh. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly Natsuki comes to her senses. Yes. Ugh. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Huh? Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gah. Gross. God. That is not the reaction you want. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over here? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica? See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. Alright, buddy. You don't have to snitch on me. I didn't even do anything on purpose. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no, Huh? I look down. Natsuki's kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. I must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Sob. I'm not doing sobbing noises. Natsuki, are you... No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll clean this up, and I'll move to the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this on aside. This'll help you cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glassy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Huh? That sounds really strange, coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well... I'm just treating you like a friend, you know. Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but her being nice is the least I could do. The next couple minutes between us are silent as I begin gathering the scattered books. God, fuck. I make sure to slip them into a box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get out on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, let's do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alrighty, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time I opened the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this one for now. Yep, even you sound more enthusiastic this time. I'm starting to get into it, you know. Told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. And then I save into my magical save file. And then we load this one. Blah 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 blah, skip. Hey Yuri. Huh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kinda just waiting for you. That's the case. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Eerie stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she receives a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Eerie hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Eerie appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Damn. Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Stalder in club activities? My mouth gapes. Insert surprised emoji. I really need like a face cam or something to show my insane reactions to this gameplay. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Stalder. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Alright. Tough. That was tough, honestly. Stand your ground. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Stalder. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Got Mr. Analogy over here, Mr. Metaphor, Mr. Figurative Language. Did the thing. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Or maybe my character isn't that much of a terrible prick. He was, though. The first episode, he was kind of a prick. Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Stalder, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Stalder, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Isn't tea in, I'm assuming this is Japan, right? I mean, is that racist? It's anime. I got to assume. You know what they say about assuming, though. But they all have Japanese names. I guess except Monica. It's a real big thing over there. Like, they have, I think, there was a class at my sister's college, I think, that was just dedicated to teaching Japanese tea, whatever it's called. Manners? Tea manners? Tea culture? I don't know. So it's a big thing over there. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Alright. I see you. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Stalder. I've known you for like 2 days. It's a problem I have with these. I feel like it was kind of something I noticed in Undertale, but I like Undertale a lot, so I'll let it slide. They kind of really time frames. Like, it's been 2 days, and you're always worrying about me, Stalder. No, not really. 2 days, and you've done some pretty strange things that would warrant worry. So, then again, I don't know. I was told there's creepy horror game parts of this, and I haven't seen anything creepy. Here, let's check the files. If anything is in the files, I'm just gonna put it. Yeah, there's nothing here. There's a screenshot. Oh, I think I accidentally screenshotted the title. You're always worrying about me, Stalder. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Stalder, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I imagine your back has a lot of stress. The fact that there's 2 fucking watermelons strapped to your chest. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regular, so I do my best to manage it. Yeah, again, wonder why. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Yeah, it could be that. And it could be your actual posture, which is awful. I think there's like maybe 2 really big reasons why you might have back pain. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. A small bag of chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, and you can not hold it and set it on the floor, you dipshit. What? Because now I need to make sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. I thought it was going to say accidentally spill. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I kind of did a Yuri voice and then I had to switch midway through that. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. You sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? You sure? Of course. Alright, game. You know what? This one isn't that too goonerish. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already told us focus on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely normal. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. That, I don't know if you could tell. I didn't like reading that one as much. Can't stop here, might as well. Could stop. Definitely could. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Stalled her. Sorry. Guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do. I don't know about y'all. I don't usually feed my friends chocolate in a, intimate manner such as that. Right? I mean... Not really in this... yeah, not really in this kind of context, but... yeah! That's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation's gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can just tell by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Because you're a fucking weirdo and you feed people chocolates without permission. Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. Breasts. I raised my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. That's tough reading. That is. That's something you can read if you want. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Stolder, you can help Yuri put all the way of the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without as much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will ever have the courage to bring up. Again, kind of weird that you just fed her chocolates, but, I mean, game is game, I guess. Okay, this is Sayori. Stalder, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. Huh? I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one's too. You can't tell, but you can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Huh? No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Whoa. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. It just means that you're a real expressive person, I guess. Well, you can't really just say, when I write poems, I think about you. You know, poetry is already like a romantical sort of writing. And then, you know, you have disturbing sequences when you button up her jacket and seductively give her an apple juice, so... How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Huh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Stalder, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Oh, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. So, sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Siri clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Siri. Yeah. I grab Siri's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Oh my Jesus. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Alrighty. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumbs and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottles on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save a day. This didn't rhyme, this does. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends, and they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, handing them to each other and to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. This is kind of dark, isn't it? Holy crap. Siri, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this, coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I can see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Never mind. Think you too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about it, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Siri always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes make it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, let's go through it. You're gonna say it's terrible. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, Something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sarah's a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. Yeah, fuck you, asshole. But think of it this way. If there weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Oh my god, fuck you guys. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she's like spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt that I have explained it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks mine. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some sort of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, just not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Are you still mad at me? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday. Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So please, don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants, but it's not fair to you when you could just be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please. It makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide that request. That's easy. Hi again, Stalder. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure. Here you go. Give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. It's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a lot of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure you in or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. You do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. Okay. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. These are getting... Is this the creepy part? Is this gonna start? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kinda nothing I've really seen before, I guess. I kinda like playing with my space on the paper, choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem's about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Did she like break the fourth wall? What the fuck? And she's talking about saving the game, and her poem was about saving and loading. I have a feeling terrible bullshit is gonna happen. Okay. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This isn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? Ball game. I'll tell you, you. Natsuki's face freezes, as if like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hand and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red face, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. He stalled her. Did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way that I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day, too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Stalder? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I don't like you. You're really fucking starting to creep me out. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. That was just something for you to think about. Hey, Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of my hands. Neither of us noticed she had re-entered the classroom. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I liked it. Ugh, you should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing that. Huh? But Stalder wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Stalder is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just gonna hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki. I'll give you the poem, but that's not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't got to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Stalder is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's gonna like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. It's the same. Not bad, right? Okay. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow, too, okay? Alrighty, I will. This day has taken way longer than the previous. I'll show you to Monica, because I'm sure I can just... That was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, so you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Okay, after what she said at the end, I really don't like this. It's really creepy. Save me. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. red, green, blue, RGB. I don't like this at all. It's really fucking creepy. I don't know. Something about it just kind of creeps me the fuck out. Ooh, I like this one, Stalder. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Yeah, it's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Oh, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Zuri. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Huh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Stalder. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? This is creepy too, but not really. Well, it's not really creepy. The other one is creepy for a different reason. It feels like Fourth Wall-E. This feels fine. Like this feels like someone could actually, she wrote the poem. Okay. Let's see what you've written for today. Ear stirs to the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Stalder. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving you more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Maybe she doesn't have close friends, you prick. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife, the way sunlight that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taking to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Am I the raccoon? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take that at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way that it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Stalder? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I like playing this fucking game. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at lots of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Stalder. That's exaggerating a bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I'd feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Eerie smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay. Well, I can admit it that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. It's good, but I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's just going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write like this until you're at Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean she looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Hi again, Stalder. How's the writing going? Oh, no. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but how have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. Can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on inside that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant I wish she didn't keep to herself so much. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Come on, bro. I can't be shooting at a closed basket. Monica kind of whispers out as part of me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's nothing really wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway. I might have to end it here, low-key, because this has already gone to the same amount that was last time. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if anyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I didn't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Siri's been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Thought. And obviously I'm not Japanese, and I don't know what the fuck goes on over there. Who the fuck likes poetry? Like, who actually likes poetry? And who actually likes, like, I don't know anyone personally who likes poetry. Maybe I'm a closed-minded individual, but Suri's putting in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Suri, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri had never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we will be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them and to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying real hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki didn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around everyone's self-expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha, that's it. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, competent voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bring the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Suri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. That was a clap, by the way. Clap versus fat. Who wins? Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's all fired up for a season. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choked, he's so mad that he won't get mad easy. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. What situation? I'm the first to start applauding. That's gonna sound awful in the recording. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easy? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of the mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through or through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I'm not clapping again. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Stalder liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What's that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits for you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that sort of thing. It's just kind of embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Stalder. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Stalder lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly competent in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Sunshine. Depression. Happiness. Joy. Jump. Just random fucking letters and words. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why Are You All Looking at Me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. And then Van Halen just busts through the door and starts playing Jump. Dun 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 dun. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Do they bounce or do they jump? Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. Probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Alright. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. We don't want to impress Monica, buddy. In this specific save file, we got this girl, huh? Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Stalder. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Just making sure I'm on the right one. You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I'd probably walk home with you. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you seem to really enjoy going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Stalder. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? The conversation trails off. Talking this much kind of makes my throat dry, but then I don't want to drink because it's gonna fuck with my... When I look at my audio capture, it says, like, when anything happens, it bursts up. And I'm worried that it's really sensitive and that you hear, like, when I have to adjust my mic, like, or when I accidentally bump it or whatever, or when I move. Like, it says that went all the way up to yellow when I just moved my head a little bit. But then I listen to it back in Resolve, and I can't hear anything, so... It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen at that time? I know. I don't know, actually. No creepiness this episode. I mean, nothing's gonna change. This is just gonna be the same. This game is surprisingly good. For this, we'll say we'd walk home with Natsuki. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I think I'd be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You just admitted it. Jeez. There's no point in even speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you. Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I'd hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Yeah. I kind of like the answer where I tell her I'll just walk home with her better, but I'm just going to say Yuri in this one too, because I want to get all the dialogue. Walking home with Yuri, huh? What does the thought about make my heart pound? Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? Wow. Okay, everything is saved, yeah. Might just delete it. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's look in the files. There's a trace back. I don't know if that's anything. There's nothing. There's no creepiness. I haven't seen anything creepy. I mean, these character files are weird, but they're not really. They're all different, actually. That's something that's kind of weird. And they're text files. Or they're .chr, which I don't know if that's a real thing. I mean, they're just text files. When you click on them, they automatically turn on text. But they're also they're all organized differently. Or at least that Yuri's is. The rest of them look kind of the same. I mean, I don't know if y'all want me to show you. Well, I'm not going to. This is 6,000 characters. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know. Are these code? I really don't know. But then this one is like letters. And it's organized completely different for Yuri, and it's way less. You'd think they'd be roughly like the same-ish. Monica's is like 137,000. Sayori's was like 60,000. No, they are all kind of organized differently. I don't know what the thing with these character files is. They're weird though. Maybe it really is just something with the thing, but why would they be organized? I don't know. Is that a part of the creepiness? And then, I mean, the rest of these are just regular, like, things you'd expect. There's nothing. Images is a text file. That crashed my notepad. Which means that that's not supposed to be opened. Oh, it's an RPA, yeah. There's nothing weird. My saves folder is empty for some reason. First run. Just has a 1 in it. I mean, I guess it's just a save. This one's readme. These are just, yeah, there's no weird files yet, and I don't know if there's going to be. Maybe I was tricked. Maybe this is just a regular visual novel. I don't think so, because the Monica's poem really did seem kind of strange to me. Let's go to the main menu. I don't know, is there a secret here? If I click on their breasts, will something magical pop up? Settings. I mean, oh shit. I mean, there's nothing weird that's happened yet, but you know, it seems off-ish. Really, Monica does. Which I've seen like a lot of things about her. Like, she seems to be a character focused on. Every time I see something about them on my TikTok, I try to scroll right past or anything about them. I was really careful in searching for a thumbnail for the last video, so I didn't get spoiled in case there is like really, unless this really is scary, which I think it will be. It just takes a while to set up, I guess. Cause I mean, we've played this for like 4 hours now. I mean, last episode was 120. This is gonna end up being about 140-ish. I don't know. It's definitely interesting. It's been really, I mean, I enjoy this game so far. I like the music. I'm excited for the creepy parts when they come, if they come. I'm not very good at editing, if you can't tell. Because it's all just cutting. I don't add anything, and then. But I'm really excited to see me having to put in images and stuff for you to see. Maybe that's something I'll quickly like put in a window for. Oh, well, I think I just figured it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will try to record the next one tomorrow. Tomorrow, as in I'll start tomorrow night, or today night, so it's past midnight. And I will see you guys in the next episode. So yeah, thanks for watching. Good day.